welcome to episode 1026 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, July 28th, 2026. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Yellow.
How's it going there, sir?
Pretty good. Just got back from Belgium, but boy, are my arms tired.
I expected and hoped that you would make that joke there.
Yeah, great.
How was it?
It was awesome. Well, I mean, I'd been to Europe once before, but it was for work. It was for the Paris Games Week. Yeah, I don't know why you know that, but so I saw Paris briefly. I got there and I went and saw the Eiffel Tower at night, and then spent the next 3 or 4 days sitting behind a table in a conference center. And then we went to Paris Disneyland on the final night. That was kind of fun. But that was it. That's all I saw.
Isn't it called Euro Disney now?
No, it began as Euro Disney.
Paris Disneyland?
It's called Paris, yeah. I think is how that worked. Anyway, so this time, like we flew into London, Gatwick, and didn't spend a lot of time in London because we just took the train to not King's Cross, but that beside King's Cross station, and then took the train through the Channel to Brussels. Cool. And we spent a whole day exploring Brussels, which was beautiful. We were in Grand Place. And
so we really experienced of Jean-Claude Van Damme or anything like that?
I might have.
Yeah.
There's no sign for it that I saw.
There's no sign.
So
okay.
And then we spent
Didn't they call him the Muscles from Brussels? Wasn't that the whole thing?
Muscles from Brussels, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought about that while I was there actually, but didn't it was low on the sightseeing list. So
okay.
So yeah, but it's beautiful.
This is the boyhood home of Jean-Claude Van Damme. That would have been
a beautiful spot.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, and then we spent the next 2 days at the racetrack in Spa-Francorchamps near Malmedy.
Now, was this the first time you had attended an F1?
No,
or race?
It's the second time, but it's the first time in over 20 years.
Okay.
The first time I ever attended an F1 race was actually our good friend Rob Fleischer. I don't know how he got a ticket or how he had a ticket, but I think it was him. He had a ticket to the U.S. Grand Prix back in like 2002, I think, maybe 2001, when I was still living down there, and invited me to go. So I went, and that was in Indianapolis. So it was close to where we lived, obviously, because we were in the Chicagoland area. So yeah, I went and saw that. But so it's been a long time. And it was amazing. I mean, what an experience. And Indianapolis is a great track. The F1 track wasn't great, but it's a great track to visit because there's a lot of history there, obviously, Indianapolis 500 and things like that. And I've been there a few times to see various races. But the Spa is it's like one of the all-time great tracks. It's legendary. So to be able to go and see a race there was incredible. And also we were sitting at the top of Radillon, which is like the most, it's an iconic corner. You see it actually, if you go to the F1 app on your television, the splash screen is Eau Rouge and Radillon, which is where we were sitting.
Cool.
So it's an iconic place. And I don't even really have the words to describe it. It was just incredible. It was incredible to experience it, and then to get out on the track afterwards and walk around was kind of cool too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was great because I was there with your best friend Mike and our mutual friend Jim, neither of whom are race fans at all. So it was cool. I've always loved that. Like I grew up around racing, obviously, and but I've always loved seeing experiencing non-race fans going to an event because
sure,
it's so much different than watching it on television. Most live sporting events are. I mean, like I know you had a similar experience when you went to WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
not
a particularly big wrestling fan, but being there in the moment and in the atmosphere is so much different than watching it on TV. So, and you could tell that it definitely had an effect on them, which was even cooler. I'll tell you what, though. Oh my God! So Spa, the circuit is nestled in the hills of the Ardennes Forest in Belgium, which is hills is an understatement. Holy Jesus, that place is It's remote. There's not a lot of infrastructure around. So when we got there for the first day, actually it was awesome because so we were in Brussels, and Spa is like a 2 to 2.5, 3 hour drive from Brussels to especially with the traffic. And it's just little country roads once you get off the highway near the track. And so the tour guide that we had was awesome because as we were driving through Brussels, he was just an endless fountain of historic information about the city. So it was like a guided tour on the way there and on the way back both days, which was kind of neat. But yeah, when we were getting there, he's like, yeah, so we can't park very close because you're literally you're in farmland basically, and there's no real infrastructure. There's no real parking lots. People are parking on farmers' fields. Like farmers actually lease out their fields to let people park there. So he says, we can only get so close, and then you're going to have to walk the rest of the way. So we pulled up and parked in the coach. It was 1.5 hours of walking to the track.
What?
It was like a 2.5 mile hike from where we parked to our seats. And it's like a sine wave. Like there was no flat land. It was uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. And like,
how'd you do with that?
Not too amazing. I made it. And the final climb
I'm going to this race, even if it kills me.
The thing is that iconic turn, one of the reasons it's iconic is because it's on a hill. And television doesn't do it justice, but it's an 8-story climb from the bottom of Eau Rouge to the top of Radillon is 8 stories up. And then, of course, we were on the top of the grandstand up there. Well, no, they weren't nosebleed. They were great seats. But that's like another 2 or 3 stories.
Damn.
So yeah, it was a hike, and that was there and back. Although at the end of the first day, I ended up, because it was the end of qualifying, I ended up sort of starting back on my own because I was so much slower than Jim and Mike. So I was like, I'm just going to start walking back, and I'll meet you guys. And they got diverted to a different country road they had to walk out of, and they were saying there was this one point on that road where it was just like a straight up climb for it was terrible, but we got really lucky because that place is really known for bad weather. It's known for rain. It did not rain at all that weekend. I can't imagine how terrible it would be to do that hike in the downpour and the mud that would be part of it and everything like that. So but yeah, no, it was amazing. Wow. Like once in a lifetime experience. It was so fantastic. Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah. I'd do it again, but I won't.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
What'd you do? What'd you get up to?
Nothing.
I mean, besides hanging out with Phil for 2 hours.
Well, yeah, I did get to hang out with Phil. Did you listen to the episode?
I did.
What'd you think?
I disagreed with everything you said about the going digital, but we can get into that later.
Disagreed? Wait, what?
About Sony going all digital. About the comment bombing. The comment bombing.
The comment bombing. What did I say that you disagreed with?
Not you, just you guys in general. We can talk about that later. What else? You were going to say something. What else were we going to ask about?
I was going to ask, how was the food?
It was amazing. I tried Flemish stew, which I've actually looked up a recipe for. I'm going to try to make it myself. It's just like a beef stew, but it's made with like dark beer and brown sugar, and it's really, really, really tasty. I had a friend of a coworker of mine actually who's gone to Belgium a couple of times. He was like, "You've got to try this." I forget what the name he called it, but it was basically Flemish stew. It was carbonade something or other. But he's like, "You gotta have this," and he was right. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Lots of French fries because that's a Belgian thing. Really not tasty mayonnaise to go with it most of the time because they put mayonnaise on fries over there. So
is that what it's called? Not tasty mayonnaise?
That's what I call it. It was bland. It was really bland. I don't understand why. Okay. And did the Belgian waffle thing, did the English breakfast thing when we got back to London. We spent a day in London at the end too, and did the London Eye and everything like that. So yeah, we did an English breakfast, which was a lot of food. I don't know if you've ever had English breakfast before, but
I've heard. Yeah.
No, the food was great. The whole thing was great. It was we got so lucky. Like the weather was nice. It wasn't too hot. It was clear every day. We didn't deal with any rain the entire trip.
The heat was like a week or two before you got here.
Yeah, well, Mike was there for 3 weeks before us, and he was probably sending you the same pictures he was sending me of his of the temperatures while he was there. It was climbing up into the 40s Celsius. So
wild.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah, if it had been, I really worry how I would have reacted to that heat. Had we been doing those hikes in that heat, that would have been crazy. So
yeah,
especially because there were like 400,000 people at the race, so it was a crowd.
Okay,
not all in the same place we were. It's a big track.
Oh,
but,
sure.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool. Awesome. Love to hear it. Well, you may notice I'm wearing a T-shirt here.
I see that, a Headlander T-shirt.
Headlander. Today, as we record this, the 26th of July is the 10-year anniversary of the release of Headlander. 10 years.
Was that the first time you worked with Double Fine, or the only time? I don't remember.
Time.
Okay, I thought
the first and only time.
Okay.
Yeah. And man, what a great project. I have a lot of great memories of working on that game with Double Fine. Lee Petty, who was the director of stacking, and he also did Keeper most recently, and Rad, which is an awesome roguelike. It was great. It was a dream project. Lovely game. Unfortunately, it didn't do well.
Yeah.
Sales-wise. But that's how it goes sometimes, Fantastic game. I don't know. I guess Adult Swim still owns the rights to it. Although I told Tim Schafer last year at Summer Game Fest, because I ran into him and showed him Luminous Arise. And he asked if I knew anybody at Turner or like Adult Swim that he could talk to about getting Headlander back from them, since Adult Swim Games is no longer a concern there. And I don't know anybody who's still working there, unfortunately. But I told him, I believe in your contract, there is something about if it doesn't sell over an X amount of units in a year, Double Fine gets the rights back automatically.
Oh, like each subsequent year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So that makes sense.
There's like a minimum number of units it has to have sold. And since I don't think it has gone on sale or discount in like the last 8 or 9 years, I think it's probably a good bet that it hasn't met that. Whatever that quota was.
Wouldn't they still need to find somebody who works there though to confirm that? Because I mean,
yep,
it's not like they'd have access to those sales numbers.
That's right, they don't. Yeah, they would have to find somebody at Turner Broadcasting to confirm. So I'm not sure who that would be.
I imagine with all the endless mergers and everything, that finding somebody would be very difficult.
I know. Yeah, I don't imagine that would be an easy task.
Internally, they probably don't even know who was in charge of that sort of thing.
Yeah, Double Fine, not the only developer that worked with Adult Swim that has asked me if I know anybody talk to about contract or like rights things. Unfortunately, I cannot help. I wish I could, but I can't. Anyway, yeah, Headlander, 10 years. That's crazy. Anyway, time flies. Yeah, indeed. All right, let's talk about some video game news.
Okay.
I want to bring up this one right here. I'll bring up the website. So the Video Game History Foundation has put together like a collection of materials from E3's past. So there's like several collections here. There's the Carolyn Roche Event Ephemera collection, like various handouts, flyers, press kits, all kinds of things like that from E3, which is fantastic. Then you have, of course, Anthony Parisi's tapes,
which have been on YouTube for quite a while, but I think they've cleaned them up. They redigitized them.
Yep, they redigitized them. So nearly 12 hours of video, which is amazing, including the Sony press conference where they announced the price of the PlayStation 1 with, that one. I think all he did was like get up there and say the price, right?
Yeah, it was it was the first E3, and it was after Sega had just announced the price of the Saturn and that it was on sale.
Right, and now
he got up and just said the price and walked off stage.
Yeah,
which is $100 less than the Saturn.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff. And so, they've got a lot of other videos and things from Atari Explorer Online. They have interviews with Doug Lowenstein, and who, was in charge of the ESA at the time of some of those early E3s. So, a really great collection of things here. And on their YouTube channel, they are also like putting up specific videos. So like Super Mario 64 at E3, when Banjo-Kazooie was revealed at E3 1997, which I believe this is at Nintendo's press conference. And I was at this press conference, which is so weird to be seeing this footage. It was like event footage from somewhere where you were, but now it's 30 years on, or nearly 30 years on.
Well, I was going to say with those videos, especially with those Anthony Parisi videos. So like Anthony, of course, was a member of Vid Games, the Vid Games IRC channel that we both hung out, that we actually met in, I'd say. And so there's a good chance, although he was going from 95 on, but I'm guessing that there was at least 1 or 2 years there that he's got videotapes where he was using a badge based on my website. I'm just saying that he traveled with the same crowd that we both did. So
he did.
I mean, I guarantee, in fact, I'm almost positive that if you watch, he of course very close with John Riccardi as well. They're close friends. I think if you watch that 95 press conference, you can either see or hear John in those tapes. Because he was like sitting right next to him. So
right.
But I'm guessing if you look hard, you can probably catch glimpses of other Vid Games alumni, which may or may not.
I'm wondering how many times I appear in. How many times I appear in these tapes?
I'm guessing it's probably a few.
It's not zero. Probably not zero. So I'll have to check that out. But a lot of great stuff here from the Video Game History Foundation. Very glad to see them doing this stuff, because it's important to have some of this historical stuff.
Absolutely.
For the generations of people who didn't get to experience E3 at that time, before it was like a live streamed event, before it was really pandering to the fans, where it was much more business oriented, where they had, like a lot of charts and graphs at some of those,
especially at the Sony conferences.
Especially at Sony. So glad to see it. Very glad to see it.
I mean, I've been watching a few snippets, because they're long tapes. They're like multiple hours long. Watching a few snippets and just thinking, like, I'm so glad. I mean, I miss working in the industry, but I miss working in the industry 25 years ago. You know what I mean? I don't know that I'd be happy in it now. And E3 was a big part of that, and E3 in that form was a big part of that. I mean, it was just it was magical. There's no other way to put it. Like,
totally,
it was incredible.
Yeah, so. I mean, there are industry events now where I feel some of that same magic, and of course, I see some of the same people who were there back 30 years ago too. But yeah, it's not E3; it's different events now. It's GDC or various like developer focused.
And that's the thing. Like this all predates like streaming media. I think some of the videotapes too they have are from what the heck is the name of the company? Tronix, right. So that was the thing. Like, and I was that wasn't Marty Chin's.
No, I don't think
but he did it too. No. Marty Chin was another VidGame alumnus, who's a game developer now, or at least he was. But yeah, there were multiple people who were going around the show and with camcorders, and then they would sell the VHS tapes.
Yeah,
like that was a business back then.
Yeah, like Tronix sold the tape or the DVD, and then at a certain point, GameSpot started doing that too.
Yeah,
because I had a GameSpot E3 DVD at one point that had a bunch of that stuff on there.
But yeah, like some of the stuff in here, like I just sort of randomly turned on the 1998 Parisi tape here, and I'm watching Conker's 12 Tales footage.
Yeah,
so of course that's the N64 game that was. Well, that existed before he morphed into Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah.
That was in development hell for years. No,
I don't know if it was in development hell, but it was, as they talk about it on the Rare Replay documentary, inside Rare, they had two teams working on two different 3D platformers, and Banjo was looking better than Conker was at the time, so they had to refocus that team and like readjust what Conker was, so that they weren't doing two of exactly the same game, right? So
yeah this is I'm definitely going to sit down and sift through this stuff over the next couple of weeks.
Me too. Since there are Atlanta E3s in there, I bet I don't know if they have any footage of the GameSpot booth, but at the first Atlanta E3 that I went to, it was like a clear room.
Working in the fishbowl.
Working in the fishbowl, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if there's any footage of the fishbowl, but I was in there a lot. So
I, for years, thought that E3 97 was my first E3, but I was wrong. It was 98.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
96 was my first E3. I didn't go to 95.
I hate to say why I know that, but the reason I figured that out was because one of the first videos I clicked on here, it's some footage from the Sony booth, and it was the year that they were pushing Blasto. Of course, Blasto voiced by the late Phil Hartman. And I'm thinking, man, I was really sad that he had passed away, but he didn't pass away that year. He passed away in 98. And I remember my first E3, the first day I was there, I went down to the gift shop and they were listening to the radio and they were announcing Phil Hartman's death on the radio. So now I know it was E3 98 that
oh my gosh.
My first
okay.
E3. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, Blasto. No, I didn't say that, but because Blasto was a big failure.
It was a big failure and not a very good game. But again, this was
probably why it was a big failure.
Where 3D action games, there wasn't really a template for any of that stuff. So people were trying things, and some things worked and some things did not.
Right.
Blasto did not. Speaking of throwing things at the wall and seeing what works, Xbox is beginning ad-supported game streaming. So if you're an Xbox insider, which I am not, you can begin ad-supported game streaming of games that you own. So yeah.
Okay.
I wonder how that's going to work. The only reason I'm really bringing this up is because I do wonder, with the cost of hardware and the cost of gaming in general, like going up, is streaming going to have its moment within the next couple of years? And I think ad-supported game streaming is an interesting idea. I don't know if it is going to be the same as ad-supported video streaming.
Didn't we already do this at some point? Didn't GameTap do this?
I don't know if they did. Did they?
Speaking of Turner Broadcasting,
I think it has been tried before, but I'm not sure when the last test of it was.
Yeah, I'm just sort of looking at the Wikipedia page, but I mean, yeah, this is, this is fine, I guess. I feel like this is just the harbinger of ads being inserted into the current streaming services we pay for when it comes to video games.
Right.
Possible. much like almost every video streaming service now.
I pay for the no ads tier on everything.
I don't. And I'll tell you what, Prime Video.
Either I pay for the no ads tier, or I'm just no longer subscribing to that service. Yeah. So there you go. Let's see what else we got here. So staying on the Xbox tip, they have started what they're calling a backwards compatibility program on PC. Really, this is just bringing original Xbox games to the PC. I don't know if you can actually put the disc into a PC and play them, or whether or if you have to
buy them.
What's
the delivery? Like how? I didn't read this, so
it doesn't say disc anywhere in this article. So I have to imagine that you pay for these. So the first 4 titles are Blinks the Time Sweeper, Conquer, Live and Reloaded. Speaking of Conquer, Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge, and Fusion Frenzy.
3 of those 4 games are pretty good.
Yes. What do you mean, Fusion Frenzy? That's Bill Gates' favorite
Fusion
Xbox
Frenzy
game.
Oh my God.
I think I reviewed that game. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. It was very, very average party multiplayer game with a bunch of mini games, which was very in vogue at the time. Mini games.
I'm just not seeing. Am I missing it in this article? Like how you actually go and get these? I guess you can just go to their website and buy them.
I think you do have to buy them. Yeah,
but where?
It doesn't say. Well, in the Microsoft Store.
Okay. Oh, here we are. Okay. All right. Oh, and it's included in Game Pass or buy for $10.
Okay. Included in Game Pass, you can buy in $10. So it's not backwards compatibility in that you can put the disc in.
Okay.
I assume.
I should try this.
My PC doesn't have a disk drive, so I don't know.
Neither does mine.
Yeah. But Digital Foundry did a video on them. They look good, So I mean, they're original Xbox games. They play in 4:3 aspect ratio.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoyed Blinks.
Sure.
And Conquer and Crimson Skies.
Yeah, I mean, hey, great. Games. If they get a lot of these games, I mean, it's another way to play these games. That's great. I don't know. It's not super exciting, but but it's a thing. I guess.
I'm all about bringing old media forward. That's good for sure.
Yeah, especially now. So
yeah. Speaking of bringing old media forward, Atari has made a Universal movie deal for 10 game franchises, and they're apparently beginning writing the script for some of these. So the titles are Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. And the aim is to use the IP to create big-scale action adventure fare.
Really?
Yeah, based on these games, which only people who are over 50 have any amount of nostalgia for, right?
I mean, yeah.
But if they want to bring it back, I mean, I guess the Atari of 2026 is bringing back some of these titles, I imagine. It has already brought back some of these titles back. Yeah, some of them have already been made.
Yeah.
Into new games.
I know there's that Yar's Rising game. Is it Yar's Rising?
Right, but that's a Metroidvania.
No, I know that. I'm just saying they've been bringing back these franchises.
They have been doing that. Yeah.
Cool. Sure. I mean, I could see some of those making decent action movies, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Berserk. Why not?
Berserk, yeah, sure. Breakout?
I don't know about Crystal Castles.
Crystal Castles?
Missile Command. I mean, the box art
Missile
alone
Command, you could
be a great action film.
That is already an action film.
Right.
This box
Just look at the box art.
It's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's already telling me a story. Give it 5 stars.
You know what? I have to say, I mean, you got to hand it to the current version of Atari, right? They've been working hard to bring back this IP for better or worse. Sometimes it doesn't always land, but I mean, at least they're doing something with it. You know,
I put that all on Wade Rosen, right?
Yeah, I mean, they seem passionate about what they've got, so
yeah,
I'm all for it. Sure,
me too.
Let's make some action movies. And why not?
Of course, friends of the show, Digital Eclipse and Mike Micah are now part of Atari. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep, bring it on.
All right,
I'll watch them.
What?
I'll watch them.
Me too. Probably
download them,
stream them on whatever streaming service.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Let's see. What Universal is Peacock. So
I don't have Peacock.
No. Oh, well, that's a shame. Neither do I anymore. Canceled it. All right. Donkey Kong Lego set went up for pre-order. Comes out August 1st.
God.
I pre-ordered the heck out of that. God, I hope I have it shipping to the right address. That would be embarrassing. But
it's not like you don't know the people that live at the old address.
I do, luckily. Whew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the sound down on that. But
man,
Nintendo
Steve Wiebe got old.
Did a promo video. Nintendo and Lego did a promo video with Steve Wiebe, the King of Kong. So, yeah,
he's so gray. When I watched this, that was the first thing. I mean, hey, we're all getting old, but I was like, oh my God, because I haven't seen him since I watched King of Kong.
Same here. Oh no, that's not true. I saw him at GDC playing Donkey Kong in somebody's booth. I forget what booth it was.
Nice.
Yeah. So
you pre-ordered the set?
I pre-ordered the set. Did you?
No, I don't have any money.
Oh,
you crazy?
I had to crimp and save. I'm going to be eating ramen to
you were
enjoy
the ramen anyway.
Well, that's true.
I don't see it for sale. I don't see it for pre-order on the Legos. Oh, there it is. $270.
Wow, that's Canadian price. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So $199 US. And yeah. So this is like I think the third Lego set I've bought that's video game related. Yeah, I have the Game Boy, I have the Pac-Man arcade machine, and then now I'll have Donkey Kong.
Tell you what you don't need to buy.
Very excited about it. What's that?
The Lego Genesis.
I know you showed it on camera.
I know.
I'm just terrible.
I can't stop bringing it up.
It's awful.
It is awful.
Did you see the? By the way, speaking of Lego sets, did you see the promo video that they released of the X-Files set that they're doing?
No.
Gillian Anderson. So Gillian Anderson is like in a hotel or whatever and gets a knock at the door, and she answers it, and it's a box, and it's the X-Files Lego set. It's a great little promo.
Cool. Were you an X-Files guy?
Very fun. Yes. The TV series. Yeah.
I was not.
Not so much the movie. I mean, I saw the movie, but
I shouldn't say that. I saw the movie as well. I wasn't an X-Files guy, but the year that I was living in Charlottetown, I didn't really know many people, but the guy I worked with, I hung out with, and he was a big X-Files fan. So he would come over to my place and we'd watch X-Files on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
But that was like the only reason.
My brother was big into the X-Files, and I ended up buying some of the tapes that they would put out, like, because they would do like 2 episodes on a VHS tape and sell it for like $30.
Good Lord.
or something like that. So I had a few episodes on VHS tape because if I remember right, myself and my brother were like latecomers to the X-Files. And at that point, there were no, like DVD wasn't a thing. So they would release like the best quote unquote episodes on VHS, not like a whole season or anything like that. But
that's brutal.
Yeah. So they would put
that is the way it was.
Disparate episodes, maybe like not even from the same season on one tape. Which is great.
That would be rough because I mean, I do know that I do remember like that show was each episode was kind of standalone, but it was a little bit of a serial. Like there were running characters that would like the Smoking Man and stuff like that would come back. So
that's right.
That would be confusing.
That'd be very confusing. Yeah. A lot of anime voice actors were in the X-Files too, because
really?
They shot it in Vancouver, and Vancouver was like a hotbed for anime
voice actors for anime.
English dubbing in anime in the late 90s. So a lot of
they were cheap.
Well, yeah. And that's also why they shot the X-Files in Vancouver. It's because it was cheaper to work there. All righty. Greg, that's what you've been newsing. We are on to what we've been playing. And I want you to go ahead and go first, because I'm looking at the outline. It looks like we both have been playing a lot of games.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I mean, I didn't put Lego Batman on there. I am still playing Lego Batman, but what's happened is I've definitely fallen into the trap I was worried about, where I think I mentioned this last time. Now that I've unlocked Batgirl, she is the one that you can use to access the radio towers in each section of Lego Gotham City to sort of reveal all of the icons on each part of the map, which is what I'm doing, which means that there's just a ton of activities to do. And that's what I'm in the middle of doing. So
why are you doing that to yourself?
I don't know.
You doing that to yourself? You know, in an open world game like this, it gives you more. You're just giving yourself more things to do.
Yes. Yes, I am.
I realized that while playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, a game that I loved back in 2013, or 2012, whenever it came out. But open world games, I just don't know what to do. Like, it's like, should I do the main story? Should I do something else? Like, and then I get choice paralysis and just end up not playing anymore. So anyway,
so you're really excited about Grand Theft Auto 6 then?
Yeah, got my pre-order in, ready. Let's do it.
Anyway, I didn't play so much of that when I came back because, of course, I came back and was feeling a little bit of F1 fever. And if you've been listening to this show for, well, you would know this. If you've been listening to this show for 10 to 20 years,
coming up on 20 years,
the F1 games used to make my top 5 every year,
right?
And then I kind of fell off them around the time EA took over, but came back thinking I should get back into these F1 games. So actually this season was the first season in a long time that Codemasters/EA didn't release a new game for the season. They released a download. There's DLC for F1 26. So it's still F1 25, and there's the F1 26 DLC. So I downloaded that, but before I wanted to get into that, there's a F1 25 was the third chapter of a narrative they've had running through multiple versions of the game called Breaking Point, which is a story mode, which they started it, I think, in F1 2019, although it wasn't called Breaking Point then, where they introduced a couple of characters, like fictional characters. And I think with 2019, it was more meant to showcase like the rivalry system that they'd added to the game. But then in 2021, or the 2021 game, so 2020, I guess, they had the first part of a story called Breaking Point, where you play as a young rookie coming into F1, and sort of it plays out this whole story, this rivalry with your teammate and that sort of thing. And then they went a couple years and they released, I think in 23, they released the second chapter. And then in 25, they released the third chapter. I had played the first one. I never did play the second one. So I wanted to actually go back and play these again before I play Breaking Point 3. In 25. So I've actually been playing, that's a long way of saying I've been playing F1 2021 since I got back.
Whoa.
Just playing Breaking Point. Just playing this Breaking Point story mode. It's funny. You can tell, I mean, it's cool. They obviously put a lot of work into this, but you can tell that the Codemasters F1 people aren't necessarily big on creating narrative games. The story's not amazing, right? Okay, but it's kind of neat because they keep jumping you around. This, like, it's telling a story throughout a season, but you don't play every race of every season. It's like jumping around to specific races, and even then, you don't necessarily play the full race. You do sometimes, but you know, like, it'll throw you in the middle of a race where it's like you're racing your teammate and you have a collision, so one has to go to the pits and you have to regain X number of spots, or you start really far back and you have to get up into the points and that sort of thing. You have like a certain number of laps to do it, which has always been something that I've enjoyed in licensed racing games. Like Sega did it ages ago with Beyond the Limit on the Sega CD, where they put you in sort of different drivers' cars in different scenarios from, like, I think it was the 93 season, I think. And then Hasbro was the publisher, but the NASCAR Heat series did that as well. And then NASCAR Thunder from EA, they sort of took up that actually the development director moved from Heat to Thunder, and that's where that came from. But it's the same thing. It's like you get into these scenarios where, like, the driver will say, during this race, I was sort of facing this challenge and this is what I did. Can you do it too? And then they'll throw you into the situation. And so I've kind of always enjoyed that. I think it's a really great way to add sort of a narrative story mode to an otherwise, you know, pretty dry sports game. So I dig that stuff. So that's what I'm playing this week is just sort of getting through Breaking Point 1, and then I'm going to, you know, I own F1 23, so I'll jump in and do Breaking Point 2, and then yeah, get into F1 25 and do the third one, and then actually play the 26 DLC. Just because, I'm just very, very heavy into F1 at the moment for various reasons, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have Apple TV, or do you watch the races?
I do, but I have a subscription to the
F1 app.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I just watched the Hungarian Grand Prix today, actually.
Cool.
So that was the latest race. There are a couple of people on the bus with us last week. We're heading off to Budapest to go see the race this week.
Nice. Okay.
A couple of folks from Alberta were with us. So yeah, pretty cool. That's it. That's really all I've been playing. I mean, I've been, you know, otherwise traveling. And
did you play anything on the plane or anything like that? Like,
I didn't take my Switch with me.
No? Oh, that's surprising.
I packed light. Like, I didn't want to, because we're going to be dragging our luggage around to the train and stuff like that.
That's true.
I mean, I had room for the Switch too, but I didn't know if I would. We were going nonstop. And so I just didn't bother. I don't like playing games on planes and stuff like that. And then, no. And then on the trains, I mean, it was with Jim and Mike. Trains and the coaches, I was with Jim and Mike the whole time, so I was chatting with them for the most part. Okay. I did take my analog pocket because it's so much smaller. And I played. I played through like Final Fight, I think it was the arcade Final Fight. That's all I played.
Okay.
So, yeah, because I sleep. I tend to sleep on planes. So
I cannot sleep on planes. I
wish one of those.
Cannot. Yeah.
No, I can.
Even if I take like something to help me sleep, forget it. It's just, it won't happen. Yeah.
No.
Or barely. I'll sleep like an hour and then wake up.
Aw, yeah. Muffin.
Yeah, I know.
Poor
Alrighty. I know.
All right. That's it.
That's it? That's all you've been playing? Mm-hmm. I've been playing a brand new video game.
What you been playing?
It's for the Switch 2.
Switch DOS.
And it is in a series that I really enjoy greatly. It's Splatoon Raiders.
I've heard of this.
This came out
from this show
last week. Yeah, very excited. So yeah, I've been a Splatoon fan since the Wii U days. You may have heard me talking about Splatoon on this very show. And, you know, after 3 installments of that game and the PvP multiplayer, I was definitely in the mood for something different. I love the gameplay of Splatoon. I love the movement, the guns, the action, like everything about it I really like. But playing Turf War, which is the main multiplayer mode in Splatoon, I kind of have had enough of Turf War. I mean, Turf War is great, but I'm not going to play hours upon hours of it. I did with Splatoon 1 and 2 and some in 3, but so when they announced Splatoon Raiders, which is a single player focused Splatoon game, although it does have multiplayer, and we'll get into that in a bit. This is basically like you are doing treasure hunting with the members of Deep Cut. And so you go on various raids to gain treasure or to get specific items or to try out certain pieces of kit, specific pieces of specific weapons or gadgets. And I was just very interested in it. Like, okay, if this isn't a mainline Splatoon game, so it's not the PvP stuff, if this is going to be a single player focused game, like what is this going to be like? Is this going to be fun? And everything that they'd shown looked great, but I was still like, well, I'm just not sure. Like the Splatoon gameplay should be really good with this, but I'm not sure. My fears have been answered, I guess. I mean,
I'm not sure if that's a positive or negative.
It's a positive. It's a positive. Okay. The way that Splatoon's gameplay meshes with the idea of going on a run for loot, it just works. It works so well. And you're kind of making your way around this map. You're in the Spiralite Islands and you're going to different locales. Of course, there's an ice world. There's the lava world. There's the more tropical area. And you go to all of these places and you farm eggs and crystals. So it feels like if you played Salmon Run in Splatoon 2 or 3, you know a bit about how this plays because the salmonid enemies that are
gross looking.
The gross looking enemies in Splatoon Raiders are in Salmon Run. They're directly from Salmon Run. And so Salmon Run is a multiplayer sort of run-based, wave-based multiplayer mode. And so you're playing that, but basically single player in this. And you have all the weapon types of regular Splatoon, but you also have these gadgets that you can equip, and you kind of select from 3 different tank types that are certain kinds of play style. There's speed, there's power, and there's tactical. And each tank type has like a special loadout of gadgets. So you can get a mobile turret that you can place down, or like certain dive bomb attacks that you can do from above, or you get these little splatolites that surround you and ink enemies and the ground around you.
Splatolites.
They are called splatolites. Everything's a pun.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah. But this game, it's so good. Like the gameplay in Splatoon meshes so well with the hop into a level, mine as much crystals or eggs as you can and get out. And the cool thing is, if you fail, you lose nothing. You get everything that you got in that run. So if you died or whatever, you ran out of time. Some of the challenges are timed, but they're not that hard generally. But if you fail, you still get all the rewards. So you're always able to then go into the interface and power up your weapons or equip new buffs for your gadgets, things like that. You can do all of that stuff and then try it again. And none of the levels are that long. So maybe like maximum you'd spend like 15 minutes in a level. But those are only for there's a longer level type that is basically like a large area that has multiple hordes of enemies. And you have to get a certain number of eggs before you can mine the crystal in that level. So that's an example of a long level. Some of the levels take significantly shorter time. Like it is very bite-sized generally. So, and you can play everything multiplayer if you want. So you can team up with friends and do a group of 4 to play, which is awesome. I played with Captain Logan, friend of the show.
Nice.
Logan Keller. And it was really seamless. Like I was a little further in than Logan was. So I joined him and was able to go on all of the levels that he was doing. And the way that it works is it actually adjusts the difficulty of everything that you're doing to your level. So even though I was playing with Logan on levels that I'd already completed, the enemies and everything were stepped up for me. So the damage that they would do to me was more than they would do to him. And the damage that I was doing to them was, it was equal. So it didn't feel like I was just going in there with my higher level gear and just rocking everything. So it was a very even play field, which is great. The game also has this feature that I love. They introduced it initially, like you can request help. If you're having trouble with a particular level, you can like get 2 other people to join you on the stage and see if you can finish it with help. And the same thing applies. It levels all of the enemies up to whatever your level is. So you can't like have a level 50 player come in and just rock everything. They still have to, it's still a challenge. So they introduced the help feature first, and you can request help. And then a little later in the game, you can actually then volunteer to go out and help. So I have done that a bunch because the game gives you a daily bonus for helping other players. So you go in, you help them, and then pop out, and you get like special stuff.
So you just kind of set yourself as available, and then just go to do whatever you want, and then just get an invite if someone asks for help. Is that how that works?
No. When you set yourself for helping, it puts you in a multiplayer queue and then matches you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like going into a matchmaking queue. Yeah.
That could potentially take a while, though, couldn't
it? It has not taken a while at all.
Okay.
Because
that's cool. That's
you go on any levels that you have already completed are ones that you can help in. So it just matches you with whoever. And it may be bots. Actually, the way that it works is if you're doing the help feature, it gives the 2 other players like random fish-based names or like Splatoon-themed names. So you never actually see their username.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it could be bots. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so, though. But you don't actually know who you're playing with.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real interesting. However, if you're helping and you fail the run, you don't bring any of the stuff you got back. You get the XP, but none of the other things. So, which is still fair. I think it's fair. And you can help as many times as you want. You only get a bonus every 24 hours for helping, but you can do it as much as you want. So I've actually been doing that because it's a really good way to like level up your tanks. And of course, everything in this game has an XP bar that you're building up. So it's a looter shooter, and you're like, you want to level everything up and get more power, everything more powerful. And it's just great. This is an early contender for my game of the year.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. It's that good. It is so good. Like, especially the later stages in the game, like the levels are just so well done and so inventive. It's like inventive Nintendo. Like you kind of like, you do a level and you kind of smile with how they've adapted these gameplay mechanics that, I mean, they've done 3 Splatoon games. Like, this is not new. And they've also done 3 single player campaigns plus 2 single player DLCs in Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3. So they know what they're doing. And still, like, as I'm playing this, they're like bringing more inventive stuff into the fold, and it just feels like a fresh, fun game. Like, even if you've never played Splatoon before, I think you might like this game. Just if you like running around shooting things and seeing the numbers go up, this is like the perfect thing for that. Like, it's great. And of course, there's difficulty settings. You can play on easy. There's a medium, which is what I'm playing on the default mode, and then there's a hard mode as well. And I'm nearing the end game. I will have finished this game by next week for sure.
Wow!
But apparently, the end game is a very long, like almost like an endless challenge kind of thing. But I'm really hoping that they do DLC or additional content for this
imagine
game.
They will.
I'm not sure completely yet if they will. I mean, Splatoon 1, 2, and 3 have had amazing post-launch support where they added new stages and lots of new content. This is kind of uncharted territory. I mean, they did a bunch of DLC for Splatoon 2 and 3, but those didn't have any updates. Those didn't have any content updates after that. So I'm wondering if this would be a one and done while we wait for Splatoon 4, or if they're going to update it with something.
Oh, so you're saying because you feel like this is a guide in,
a side game,
main line.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a side game. But yeah. God, it's so good. It's so good. You might even like this, Greg.
You know, as you're sitting here talking about it, it's almost kind of sad because we're so far past the point where games are cheap enough to take a chance on something that you might like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just
hope. Well, maybe there will be a demo. Nintendo has been fairly good about releasing demos for games. There's one for like DK Bonanza.
Right.
And I think even Mario Tennis Fever has a demo. Like, I think there are a fair amount of demos on the Nintendo side. I don't know that they've ever done one for a Splatoon game, but they really should.
They did. I'm positive that the first one they did some kind of like weekend or something, like beta test.
They did beta test thing.
Yeah, because I remember
the Splatoon test fire.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yep.
The test fires, yeah. They have done those before. And I guess that did kind of serve as a demo, but nothing post-launch has made it to that level. But maybe Splatoon Raiders will get that treatment. That would be great because the game is awesome, and I hope it brings in new fans. Actually, I mean, it's not a PvP game. There's no competition aspect of this at all. It's all PvE, and you're helping people or getting help. So I mean, it's great. It's great. I wish there were more video games, by the way, that emphasized or incentivized helping other players. Like, I think that is so cool that you can just do that, right? Like, and you have no idea who you're helping afterwards.
Such a nice boy, CJ.
There's no like recent players thing or anything like that. Like, you don't know. You're just hopping in and doing a good deed and getting some loot for it and some XP. So yeah, it's great. It's great. Music's great. Everything about this game is fantastic. It runs like a dream. I played it both in handheld and docked mode. I love it. Early game of the year front runner for me. I cannot stop playing it. Cannot stop thinking about it. It's great. Yeah.
Is it great?
It's just that good. It's great. It's great.
All right.
I want you to try it.
I am not buying it to try
Somehow, I want you to try it. Maybe they'll do a demo. Let's hope.
Talk your best friend Mike into buying it. I'll go over to his place and play it.
He doesn't have a Switch 2.
Well, talk him into that.
There you go. All right. I guess it means it's time to head to blue skies.
Blue skies. Let's do it.
Okay. Can we talk about Splatoon Raiders some more? Like, I'm really...
I mean, you seem to really think it's great, so...
It's great. Anyway. Let's do this one from hacker alias Clay Tonic, who says, responding to your discussion in a previous episode, doesn't your backlog include a bunch of games you've never played? They may not be new games, but they're new to you?
Yep, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong. That is true.
So what are you remember the context of this.
What are we going to do about it?
I mean, I tend to play a lot of my backlog.
Are we going to play games that we started but haven't finished, or go to the new games that we've never played?
The thing is that I don't play the amount of new games I'd like to play because of the price, for sure. I also don't play the amount of new games I'd like to play because I can't make the time to play them, to play as much as I want. You know what I mean? That's not to say I don't make the time to play. I mean, especially if I get really into something, I find the time and I mean, that I feel that's probably going to change a little bit more. And my kids are getting older. They don't really need me to run them all over the place all the time anymore, the way they used to. So that will definitely afford me more time to play. So yes, I mean, I feel like I probably will play a lot more of my backlog but right now it's like games being expensive really sucks. And it's definitely limiting the amount of games I buy, but also not being able to make the time to play everything I want to play anyway. It kind of doesn't hurt that either. So,
right.
But
when going through your backlog, you prioritize games that you left half finished, or games
no, not necessarily.
You never
I just play whatever touched. Sort of tickles my fancy at the moment.
I see.
There's stuff that I go back and play multiple times, and then there's just like, hey, I haven't played this before. Let's do that. I hear somebody coming into my house.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be one of my children. It is.
Could be. There you go.
It felt like he was talking to somebody else out there. But I guess not. Okay.
Maybe
sorry.
So. Okay. That was exciting. Let's do this one from hacker alias Mr. Nelson, who says, are there games where playing on a larger screen actually makes them harder to play for you? For me, I can get into Zen states with Picross and Tetris in handheld mode and struggle with both on a big TV screen.
You know what? I actually do feel the same way about Tetris. I find that I'm way better at Tetris in handheld mode.
Yes.
With
or
Picross, yeah. With Picross, I'm not saying I don't enjoy it as much in on a big screen, but it's actually I've gotten so used to playing it using the stupid directional buttons on the Switch 2 and on the Switch, as because where they don't have like a real D-pad. That it feels
still never
weird
struggled
to
with
play
that.
it using a D-pad.
Oh, really?
It feels weird to play it with a D-pad. But I mean, I will. But I also just, I just kind of, I don't know. It's weird. I don't play my Switch 2 in handheld mode very often. But if I'm playing a Picross game, it's almost exclusively handheld. So I get it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the same.
Usually the same. Like I'll throw on a podcast or a YouTube video while I'm playing Picross and play it in handheld. That's maybe my preferred way to play, but I will occasionally play it on the TV as well.
Yeah.
Just depends where I'm playing it. If I'm playing it if I want to play something in the living room, then sometimes I do put it on the TV.
Yeah, there's just something about that game that I just prefer it handheld. Maybe it's because I fell in love with that kind of game on the DS.
I think puzzle games also just work real well in handheld.
They do. You're right.
The handheld form factor is just great.
Yeah.
For that. And I agree with Tetris. Yeah. Also, I played mostly on handheld. Even like Luminous Arise, I played on the Steam Deck a lot in handheld, and I played it on the PS Portal because puzzle games make great handheld games.
They do. They really do.
Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Z-Man1902, who says, now that Jupiter has been coming out with more themed Picross games, what theme would you like to see? I would love a dinosaur-themed Picross game or a Game Boy / Advance theme. I'd love to see like an indie game Palooza.
Yeah, that would be pretty great.
Picross, like have Shovel Knight or Mina the Hollower and not just Yacht Club games. Stardew Valley, like have games that are primarily pixel graphics in there. Undertale.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good
Toby
idea.
Fox probably wouldn't do that. But yeah. Do Undertale Picross, that'd be fun. That'd be huge with the kids. Although who knows if Toby Fox is a Picross fan. That would be part of it. You'd have to like the game. Oh, Vampire Survivors. Yes. Inferno 9 in the chat. Sam Vampire Survivors. That could be fun. Yeah. I can see all of that.
You've got that. You've got, I mean, what have they done so far? They've done SNK, Capcom, Konami, Sega, Nintendo.
What else is left?
Nintendo.
Could do Square Enix.
Taito would be a good one.
Taito, yeah. Nintendo, definitely.
I said Nintendo twice.
I know you said it. I'm agreeing.
Come on, man.
I'm agreeing with it.
Hudson Soft. Would be another good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd just be Bomberman and Master Higgins over and over again, but
that's also true. How many different colored Bomberman characters? Yeah. They'd be very similar.
Across. They're all the same puzzle, but they're just different colors.
Very similar puzzles. Our good friend Mike in the chat saying TurboGrafx 16 in general. Yeah, they could do PC Engine.
Yeah, I mean, Hudson Soft, basically.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
I mean, Konami owns the rights to that. They already made that deal. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. You should totally do it. All right, let's do this one.
No, I'm sorry. Go back. You know what I'd like to say though? No, one thing though, because there was that one that was like the VTuber that was all based on art.
Right.
Which was actually really good. I really enjoyed that. I'd love to see that, like, say, I'm getting outside of like video game themes, like historic monuments, or you know what I mean. Like there's lots of stuff you could do like that too. The art based one was really good. Like it was really effective.
You could do the AFI top 100 films.
Sure,
various characters from that.
But anyway, I also would love to see a Disney one.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. Yeah. I mean, Jupiter's done a bunch of Japan-based licensed versions of this as well. So yeah, maybe they'll that'd be cool if they did some US licensing.
I don't
know. I think Jupiter is a fairly small company, so I'm not.
Yeah, sure. I don't see American licensing happening, but
yeah, it'd be fun if they did, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listener Eduardo says, "Easy one for you all. How are you planning on dealing with the deluge of September game releases? Which ones are your priorities so far?" Let's go down the list.
Oh my God. Yeah.
September. Let's take a look. Orbitals. Onimusha Way of the Sword. Halloween. Wolverine. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I don't think I might skip that one.
I mean, Wolverine and Grand Theft Auto 6 are the top of the list for me.
Yeah. Control Resident.
I'm not a Control fan.
You're not? Okay.
Nope,
But
I
you're a
want to
Remedy
be.
fan.
I am. And I want to like Control. I've tried to play it 3 different times and I just can't get into it.
But this is different. This is like a melee combat game.
Yeah, I don't think that's
what. Is it different enough?
That's from. I want to play Orbitals. I think you and I agreed that we were going to play Orbitals together, actually.
I'll play it either with you or Phil. Yeah. Actually, this is a good way to get my good friend Mike to buy a Switch too.
There you go.
Orbitals.
I want to go back to August too, actually, because like Marvel Tokon comes out in August.
Right?
I think.
Yes. Yes, it does.
What was the other one? Resonance, Plague Tale Legacy. I'm definitely that's at the top of my list because I love the Plague Tale games. Really interested to see what they do. Yeah, Orbitals. I'd like to play. Wolverine is a definite.
Did you watch the latest Kyle Bossman video on Wolverine?
Yeah, I don't disagree with him.
I don't disagree with him either.
Yeah,
it doesn't look.
I also loved that he called out that crappy Ocarina of Time trailer that you and Phil gave me such a hard time over not liking.
Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, that crappy teaser trailer where they just showed Link laying there shivering.
Oh.
And I remember saying how disappointed I was in that, and you and Phil both giving me a hard time over it. So I love that he called it out.
I mean, it's not the kind of trailer that I'm going to watch like 50 times or anything.
It's not what's being said here. Star Wars Galactic Racer is another one I would like to play.
Yeah. That's October, right?
Yeah, I know, but Castlevania Belmont's Curse is definitely up there.
Yeah. We're getting into October now.
I know. I'm just saying the winter sucks.
Both September and October have a lot of freaking
and
games.
August, September, and October.
And August.
Even if I'm whittling it down to just what I would consider like must plays, there's like 7 games there. Oh, the Tomb Raider remake.
Oh, right. Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah.
When's that out?
Sometime in that window, I think. Or maybe it got moved.
I think it might have gotten moved.
Hey, there's a Trucksman Extreme coming out.
There is, yeah. There's just a lot of games in the fall.
And it's almost August now. Oh, my God.
I know. How are we planning on dealing with it?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just going to have to pick and choose which games.
I just tell my kids they can't play sports this winter.
That's right. There's too many video games for you to play. Yeah. I'm going to be picking and choosing. I will probably have to wait for some games on a sale or a discount.
Because that happens a lot.
Well, actually, like holiday sale, like games that come out in August, September, usually get discounted pretty good for Black Friday and the holidays. So we'll see.
If you say so.
I'm saying so. Yeah. All right. Let's do this one from Okotoke's lawyer, who says, do you have any tips on picking up a game after some time away? I had to take a break from Vampire Crawlers for about a month, and I feel lost.
I see with Vampire Crawlers, games like that.
You could go back to one of the earlier stages.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's not, I mean, you have to give it a little bit of time, obviously, but I think you can get back into the groove there. But if it's like a narrative-based game, honestly, if you're away for long enough, for me, I just restart them.
Restart. Yeah.
Like, it's just, yeah. But I get it.
I do love games that do a last time on.
Absolutely.
Or the story so far. Pokemon Pokopia does that. And I love that, where it's like, here's what was happening when you were last playing, and Dragon Quest does that.
And it would be nice if that happened more frequently, for sure.
Yeah.
But I find that
games,
play mechanics really throw me, though. It's like I forget some play mechanics. Most games are so
I do too. I do too. Ghost of Yote has a really good area within the menus to show you all of the tutorial things.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually love that, where, let me just review some of the things that I should have already learned about the game. Like, I like that. And I also like when games, and I think Ghost of Yotei might do this, where depending on how long ago you last played, it like shows you some tutorial messages again.
I think you're right, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean,
I like that. I like
most modern games are tracking everything about your play sessions, so they know how long it's. For the most part, the games would know how long it's been since you played it last.
Yeah.
So that's a really good idea, actually.
More games should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this one. We'll end with this one.
Okay, make it a good one.
From this is the good one. All right, let's do this one from listener Jonathan, who says, we see a lot of different types of Mario games from Nintendo: Mario RPG, Mario Wonder, Mario Odyssey, Mario and Luigi. There's always a new Mario game. Why don't you think we see this kind of diversification from Sony or Microsoft properties? It's years between God of War, Halo, etc.
Well, for one thing, it didn't used to be this way with Mario games.
No, it didn't.
It wasn't. It
was like the late 90s.
Mid 2000s, I would say.
Well, Mario RPG and Paper Mario, that stuff started late 90s.
Yeah, but
Door, the Mario sports games.
Thousand Year Door was late 90s and 2000s, my friend.
Thousand Year Door. Right. Thousand Year Door is a 2000s game, but Mario RPG and Paper Mario, those are 90s games.
Yeah, but I mean, that's 2 for the whole decade. That's not
Mario.
Year.
Okay, Mario sports games. What I'm saying is Mario RPG.
That's what I'm saying. Kind of is that
the start of that.
And it used to spread across multiple systems as well, right? Like, I mean, you were getting them on Game Boy and the home consoles. Anyway, my point being,
yes.
Why don't Microsoft and Sony do it? Because they don't have any properties that are nearly as popular as Mario.
No,
that's really it. I mean, because they came along at a point where mascot platformers were becoming way less important. Right. Yeah. I mean, Sony had theirs in the late 90s with Crash, but they didn't own Crash. Mm-hmm. And then when Microsoft came around, they didn't need it.
No.
So I think that you just didn't need this marketable character that was in the vein of like a Mario or a Sonic or a Mickey Mouse, really. I mean, it's their Mickey Mouse. So.
And we have seen some spin-off games with Halo. There was that.
Yeah, there was like never a top-down.
And they're never very good, right? It's
I shouldn't say that.
Is that a game?
I shouldn't say that. It's not that they're not good. They're never big successes.
Right. There was an RTS. There was an RTS game in the Halo franchise. And,
I mean, Sony tried to
look at Forza. Forza Horizon is the spinoff of Forza. And now it's like the only one that's left.
And Sony tried their Smash Brothers there for a while, and that didn't really
PlayStation
take off.
All Stars.
Right? Yeah. I mean, just, they just don't have that one. They don't have their Mickey Mouse, really.
Halo Wars, yes. Halo Wars was the RTS. Inferno 9 on the chat. Thank you for that.
It was Ensemble, wasn't it? Ensemble Studios did that, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Not sure.
But yeah, anyway, that's the reason why. And
you couldn't really do Halo baseball. What would that be like?
Right. Well, that's the other thing, right? Again, they don't have a Mickey Mouse. Like Mario is such an everyman character that you can put him in everything and he works, right? Master Chief, you can't do Master Chief Tennis. Doesn't really work.
Master Chief Tennis, I'd play that.
I know you would. But anyway,
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really do that. No. And you're right. Sony tried the PlayStation All Stars fighting game, and Microsoft, I just don't think has enough characters anymore.
No,
they don't have, and they also don't have the talent to do a fighting game at this point.
Well, I mean, they'd probably fire them all before the game was done anyway. So.
righty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Blue Sky, or you can go to our internet website at playeronepodcast.com. It's new. And there you will find our contact information. You will find bonus episodes, after shows, all the things that we have done. And you'll find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about in this very episode, as well as a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting playeronepodcast.com. It's new. Or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on youtube.com/P1Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Just follow the Blue Sky account to find out when we're doing our next live show, typically every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Atlantic, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific.
What about
not including the flyover states?
What about Central?
I don't know, somewhere in between. And if you like what you heard and how could you can head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. It helps us keep the lights on. It helps us prepare for the video game apocalypse through August and September and October. Oh my God, it's only a few weeks away.
Yeah.
Only a few weeks away. The kids are going back to school soon.
Well, you know what I feel bad for? Any company that's going to announce their game for Q4 and Gamescom,
they're pushing it to Q1 now. I mean,
I would expect.
Why would you want to be within 2 months of the GTA 6 release at this point?
I don't know. Yeah.
If you're not a GTA, you know what? If you're not a GTA 6 fan, you've got a lot of time on your hands to play these other games. There's nothing else coming out afterward.
Well, what do you think? Ocarina of Time remake, November?
You think?
I think they might do that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
God, how much vacation days do I have left?
I'll probably, GTA 6, I'll dabble in, but I'll play Ocarina of Time over.
I fully expect to be totally ensconced in GTA 6 for the last couple months of the year.
Oh, really? Okay.
We'll see. And Velvet.
Ensconced.
And ensconced in Velvet. If you are a subscriber of the $5 tier, you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode. Record it live after this, where we play games, crack wise, do all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ,
I probably should.
Neither of us prepared an after show. God damn it! I go away for 1 week. This place goes to hell.
We'll be doing a review game of some sort. It's your turn.
A well-researched review. Oh, that's not fair.
Your turn.
I was away. That's not fair.
I did a game with Phil last week.
I'm going to do a Formula One based review quiz.
No. Don't do that.
Anyway, we'll have some kind of show.
We did last week. We did a review game with games that came out in 1996.
Yes, I know. I listened.
I picked games that were released throughout 96, and then Phil had to guess. Turns out, he got like 50%, something like that. Yeah. And then he wanted to change the way we were scoring the game.
Yeah, I heard him. I mean, just because he's simple doesn't mean we need to be.
Yeah.
I liked your reasoning. Because that way, with the way we score now, we keep it like relative to how many different games we've been covering.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it makes perfect sense.
We
win.
See?
We win. A vote 2-1, and his vote doesn't count because he's not part of the show anymore.
That's right.
Yeah.
He doesn't even listen to this show.
I know, so it doesn't matter. We can say whatever we want. Hey, listen, if you got a few bucks left over, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/Greg Stewart, where $3 a month
also cheap
gets you early access to all my videos. I'm making some good progress on the latest episode of Generation 16. The rough edits coming together really nicely.
Very nice.
Might be done by the end of the year, but probably not.
Did you like my impression of you last week?
Yeah, it was pretty mean.
What? No, I didn't want it to be mean. It was an homage to you. It was heartfelt. Okay. Very heartfelt.
I spent last week surrounded by people who love me, so it was fine.
What?
It was okay.
I love you. Phil loves you. We all here at this podcast love you, Greg. You're the Canadian we love the most. What?
Nothing. Space Admiral Wars, your best friend Mike just asked about checking out the Generation 16 website, which is now offline. Listen. Surrounded by one person.
We love our best friend Mike as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
CJ.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for hosting this week.
No problem.
It's good to be back. And thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in once again. Hope you enjoyed that. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate your support, and we hope you'll come back again next week. Aw. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.